Your friend, your non-physical friend, your inner being friend, your Abraham friend, your source energy friend doesn't say, all right, then you blew it. We gathered the resources and you didn't come, so instead, the resources just continue to be gathered. The collection of cooperative components just continues to expand. You set it into motion and your inner being is tending to it. You're just not coming. And the only thing that is going wrong, you might say, we don't really feel that way at all. The only thing that is going wrong is that your creation is moving forward without you. And then here's the interesting thing. We love you so much. You're struggling more, so you're asking for more, and more cooperative components are being gathered. And then you struggle more and you're asking for more. Oh, you should see what's going on in this vibrational reality that you have set into motion. And do you know, the more that you live life and the more that you ask because of the life that you're living, the bigger your vibrational reality. It's so big, we gave it a name because we want you to accept the realness of it, the vortex. We wrote 2 books about it. We want you to know that this vibrational reality is real, and it is tended to by the you of you, by the larger part of you. Oh, the bigger it gets, the more important it is you go along with it or you don't feel good. And that's why sometimes we love you so much. As people move through life, they feel worse as time goes by because they continue to expand and not go. They continue to expand and not go. But no worries, because at any point with all of this expansion there, you can just relax and chill and go. Oh, that's a nice ride when you accept who you really are and what you've really amassed, and you find some way of thinking that begins to let it into your perception and therefore let it into your reality. And that's the part that we call you turning thoughts to things. You deliberately turning thoughts to things. Oh, you're turning thoughts to things all day, every day. It's just some of those thoughts that you're turning to things are things you don't want to own up to. But when you are deliberately lining up with who you really are and are consciously aware and even guiding these things that you are allowing to become because of the deliberate focus of you, then you become a deliberate creator, and then you begin to feel invincible. There's a feeling of empowerment that comes over you. But you know, we want to put the emphasis not upon your feeling of empowerment. Oh, it's powerful. It's you accessing the energy that creates worlds. It's powerful. It could not be more powerful. It is so powerful. But we don't want to put the emphasis on the power of it. We want to put the emphasis on the pleasure of it. Because when you allow you to be you, then you are basking in love. Oh, the feeling of love in comparison with the alternative. Then you're basking in clarity. The feeling of clarity in comparison with confusion. You're basking in conscious awareness. The difference of conscious awareness in relationship to conscious confusion. You're going to come to realize in a very short order of time who you really are and what you are capable of. And we're not just talking, you can be or do or have anything that you want. That is an unequivocal fact. But we're not talking about what you can be or do or have in terms of the power of it. We're talking about the process of being it and doing and having it in terms of the pleasure of the alignment of it. Because when you line up with what you have created through the contrast that you've lived, oh, there's a pleasure, there's a satisfaction. That's the word. There's a satisfaction in life that comes from only one place, and that's having launched a desire and you moving in the direction of it rather than in opposition of it. So we know you get this. You've been hearing us, you've been listening, you've been living your own life. And there isn't anything that we just said here that doesn't resonate with you at a very deep level. And as we are moving forward, we're going to have lots of conversations with you. We'll find the specific points in the room that will satisfy the whole of what you've come here to contribute and what you've come here to understand. So we're ready for you. Are you ready for this? So what do you want? What do you want at this point of the conversation? What do you want to highlight? What do you want to clarify? What do you want to find resonance within you about? What conversation would you like to have that you feel would move you in this powerful moment? You know why? Everything's happening in the now. What do you want to do now in relationship to what? What do you want to do? What do you want to do? You ready?
Hello, Abraham. Thank you.
Yeah. All right, this is going to be briefer than you want it to be. So this first conversation, we want you to focus not just so much on what you came intending to talk about, but what hatched in you as a result of what you heard just now. Yeah.
Everything you shared shifted what I wanted to ask until now.
We know that.
And so...
We just didn't want you to revert back.
Okay, I won't. I'll try not to. Satisfaction and identifying something that I want and moving towards it. What is something that I can do and take away from here, knowing what I now know that will enhance my ability to find and stabilize and maintain my alignment and allow that momentum to build.
All right, here it is.
So that what I have in the vortex manifests.
Here it is. We don't want to be flippant about it. Try less, which requires a conscious trusting that the process works and that your life has put it there and that it's real and it's big and it's becoming and that it's yours and that it's not going anywhere. It's not going to get away from you. So your work is not to try to think about it. Your work is to focus yourself into a state of allowing it into your experience. For example, this is not about you, it's an example. Can you think of anything that is common in human experience that is troubling to most people? Relationships. And as you think about relationships, think about a primary relationship that is troubling to most people. Mating. So let's focus upon someone in a situation where they have something that they desire relative to another person and it doesn't seem to be coming about. And so they have been studying deliberate creation. They're hearing it from us and from others. They've been hearing it in their society for a long time. Goal setting, intentionality. And so they have a sort of determination within them to get this right. And so someone, maybe like us or anyone, is having a conversation with them about this issue that they have. And so they say something like, yeah, I'm having problems with my relationship. So you can feel where that vibration is. Now there's a magnificent relationship in their vortex, but they have no access to it because they're so aware of the current relationship that they are living. And so they decide to go to work on this relationship. So we say, well, let's talk about it a little bit. And then they say, yeah, it's not good. I want it to be better, which doesn't give them any satisfaction because it's pulling in the opposite direction of what they want. So we say, well, let's talk about this. And then they say, well, I've been thinking a lot about it in preparation for my conversation with you. And these are the things about it that I want to be different. I really want us to talk more, to be in more communication with each other. But in that conversation, this person is focused upon not enough conversation with each other. I really want my partner to understand me, which emphasizes the fact that they don't have good communication and the partner doesn't understand them. I really want my partner to come home from work and be glad that we are together, which emphasizes the fact that the partner doesn't come home and doesn't seem to be interested. And so everything that this person is doing in an effort or an attempt to get it the way they want it to be is actually counterproductive, because it's actually talking about things as they are, because that's the perspective that this person holds, which is the reason that they want to have the conversation. Further, they've been having the conversation with almost everybody they know. They're talking about it incessantly. They can't find anything other than that. And so almost everything that they're doing about this goal that they have, or this hope or dream that they have, is not satisfying because they are believing that they have to make it happen. And in the making it happen, they want to analyze it, they want to explain it, they want to explain their point of view, and most of all, they want to be the right one. They want to be right about this. I know I'm right, and I know that if my partner would just do more of the things that I think are the right thing to do, we'd get along better. And so without even knowing it, they're just writhing in the discord in their own being, when all along over here is this massively improved, gloriously wonderful relationship that's waiting for them, because every time they struggled, they put a positive piece over there. And then they want to have a conversation about what I should do. And what we want everyone to understand about everything that they desire is that they have already created what they want, and now they have to find a path of least resistance, or a path of most allowance to it, which means you can't keep regurgitating how things are, because your awareness of how they are is what's preventing you from going where you want to go. And that's why we say you got to chill. But that requires, in most cases, and this is the sales job we're doing on all of you here, we want you to accept that the process is real. We want you to accept that you've already done that step one. You have done the asking, and that step two has been accomplished because your inner being has been all over it, and the resources of the universe and the law of attraction have already gathered all of the cooperative components, no matter what it is that you are creating, whether it's a love with someone, whether it's an empire, whether it's a big pile of money, whether it's something material. It doesn't matter what the desire is. It has been vibrationally accomplished. Now humans, you get out there ahead of yourself because it doesn't feel accomplished to you until you can see it. And so you keep looking for it where it isn't, and then you keep coming to the expectation that it's hard, or that it's slow, or that it's going to take more goal setting. I just need to be more clear. I want something. I want this thing that I do not have, and I want this thing that I do not have, and I want it to come quickly because I'm uncomfortable in not having it. Okay? Well, that gets you nowhere. That just nails your feet to the floor and holds you in this place. And so you have to accept that it is vibrationally done. And if something is done, don't you want to move toward it? And can you move toward it and away from it at the same time? And can you feel that if you feel frustration, if you feel tension, that you're moving away from it, and that when you relax, you're moving toward, moving